Welcome to my channel. I'm Wana's Beauty. Let's do this. So here I was dusting her brows from every leftover powder. So here is my brow tamer. It could also be called a brow wax. I use it on my brows to make it look defined. It also gives a natural look. Make sure you brush your brows upwards. And I also use my fingers to press it down to make sure it dries faster before applying my brow gel. Here I start applying my brow gel. Sorry I didn't show you guys, but this is a brow gel for dark skin. I think this is a shade in Ebony. Totally different from the shade I use for light skin. So I draw the down lines and I also draw the upper lines, which of course the upper lines I don't start from the very tip because I want my brows to not give that box-like feel after concealing it with a concealer. Yes, so after drawing my lines on the right hand side of the brow, I go over to the left hand side and I do the same thing, making sure the lines are popping because she's a dark skin, so the lines of the brow gel has to pop very well. And of course, they have to be a slim, accurate line. I do the same for the top parts, starting almost midway, all through to the end. And of course, the end has to be slim. So after doing this, then I start to fill inside the brows with the same brow gel. I prefer to use brow gel because brow gel lasts for me than pencil. I feel like pencil cleans up fast, so I use brow gel on my clients and their brows last all day. You could literally like rub on the person's brow and it doesn't clean. That's why I like to use brow gel. So I do the same for the left hand side of the brows, drawing it in an upward manner, upward stroke. After applying, I also use my brush to brush it upwards so the brow gel blends in really well. Of course, I'll also be showing you guys how to draw brows on a light skin client, so stay glued to my page. Next, I'm going to go in with a concealer, and yes, the concealer I'm using on the bottom part has to be 1 shade or 2 shades lighter than her foundation because that bottom brow has to pop. Of course, the brush I'm using is a flat square like brush. This works better for me. It makes my lines pop better than the angle length brush. Whatever works for you is fine. Yeah, please like and share this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. After applying my concealer, I'm going to blend in with a fluffy small brush, just blending the concealer into her skin. If you notice, I've already done skin work on her, so yes, I have to blend in softly. And I'll be doing the same on the other side of the brows. Now, while you're doing that, make sure the two brows look almost alike, even though it's a 95%. 100% might be difficult, but try your best to make sure your brows are looking almost alike. Both brows on the top side and on the down side should align. That's very important. It's very important you know the shade of concealer you use. Don't use something that's too light, very light on a dark skin. Yes. So, and also the brushes, take notice of the brushes I'm using. The fluffy brush to blend in, that's a soft brush, not a very flat brush. So over to the top side, I'm going to do the same thing, making sure my lines are accurate. I always take my time to conceal my brows. Brows always take my time when it comes to make. Of course, the arc. Make sure your arc is always there. Like, don't clean up the arc. When you're concealing, you have to be careful. And the down part always has to be slimmer. Remember, very important. Also, the concealer I use on the top part is not the same as the concealer I use on the down part. The concealer I used on the top side is a bit darker than her foundation. So the concealer I use on both the bottom and the top side are totally different. On the bottom side, I said the concealer should be a bit lighter than her skin shade of foundation. While the top side, the concealer is a bit darker than her skin shade of foundation. So everything blends in really well and then you get the look you want. And the brows will not be looking all funny with those white lines from concealer. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. And yes, when you're blending your concealer, make sure you dab in and not swipe, especially if you're doing skin before brows, so you don't have to patch your work. Thank you guys for watching. More videos soon. Thank you.